Hello, I'm the moonlit Mr. Daycock, and today I'm going to be teaching you about sigma notation. Now, if you're watching this video, there's a good chance you've seen sigma notation before, but what I want to do is make sure it's as clear as possible for you to understand. And if you haven't seen it before, you should be able to watch this video absolutely fine and learn exactly what's going on. So, first of all, let's go to something that doesn't have a sigma in it whatsoever. Write the first 5 terms of the sequence un equals n squared minus 3. So for this, you might draw yourself out a table. And here's your n and here's your un. And we want the first 5 terms, so you want n equals 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And for 1, we get 1 squared minus 3. Here we get 2 squared minus 3. Here we get 3 squared minus 3. 4 squared minus 3, and 5 squared minus 3. And then we can just work those out. 1 squared is 1, take away 3 is negative 2. 2 squared is 4, take away 3 is 1. 3 squared is 9, take away 3 is 6. 4 squared is 16, take away 3 is 13. 5 squared is 25, take away 3 is 22. And there we go. The first 5 terms of this sequence. Okay, so why is that meaningful? How does that relate to sigma notation? It relates because this is our next question. Now this symbol here in the middle, the big E, is a sigma. And it's a Greek letter, and it's used in mathematics to indicate sum, add up, effectively. Now notice, this bit here is exactly the same as the sequence we just calculated, and that is key. And this bit here says 1, n equals 1, and this says 5. These two numbers are where we want to go between. So what this is saying is draw out a table, and you want your n to go from 1 up to 5. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it says that your un should be the n squared minus 3, which we've actually already worked out. It's minus 2, 1, 6, 13, and 22. And that's all it's saying. We've used every single bit of information in there except for the sigma itself. And what does the sigma mean? It means add them up. So this is how sigma notation works. Literally just look at the bit after the sigma and write it out as a sequence, making sure you start at the bottom number and end at the top number. And then once you've done that, add them up. And now we can do that. We can actually work out what that is. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. 16 plus 13 is 19. And we've still got 22 added on. So we've got 18 plus 22, which is equal to 40. And so calculating this, when it says calculate the sum, and this is how we will say this, calculate the sum from n equals 1 to 5 of n squared minus 3, well, the answer is it's 40. But your method is write it out as though it's a sequence and then add them up. Similarly here, this is almost exactly the same, except that a couple of things. First of all, rather than n's, it's i's. And rather than starting at 1, we start at 0. But otherwise, it's exactly the same. We've got I, and we want to calculate 2i plus I, 2 to the power of I plus I. And we want to go from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now if I put in 0, I get 2 to the power of 0 plus 0. Notice there are 2 i's in there. Nothing wrong, just make sure to put the I in both places. 2 to the 1 plus 1, 2 squared plus 2, 2 to the 3 plus 3, 2 to the 4 plus 4, 2 to the 5 plus 5, and 2 to the 6 plus 6. This is going to be 1, this is going to be 3, this is going to be 6, 2 to the power of 3 is 8, 8 plus 3 is 11, 16 plus 4 is 20, 2 to the power of 5 is 32, plus 5 is 37, 2 to the power of 6 is 64, plus 6 is 70. And then we need to do the sigma, and that just means add them all up. And so what do we get? Well, from these two we get 4, we get 17 here, we get 57 for that, and we've still got 70 on the end. 4 and 17 is 21, 57 and 70 is going to be 127, and if we add those together, we get 148. And so the answer to the question is 148. Or put it this way, the sum from I equals 0 to 6 of 2 to the I plus I equals 148. And we're done. Okay, last one here. Just to be a little bit careful here, make sure you do pay attention to the bottom number, because this one starts at 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. 5 times 3 is 15, subtract 6 is 9. 6 times 3, 18, subtract 6 is 12, and in fact this is just going to go up in threes. And then we just add them up. Again, the sigma just means add them up. 21, 15 and 18 is going to be 33. 21 and 24 is going to be 45. These two together are going to give us 54 plus 45 is going to be 99. And that is your answer. This equals 99. And that's all there is to it. That's what sigma notation means. That's how it works. And I will see you in the next video.